Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Top Crypto Bull here once again for a daily crypto update. And it's not a good day today, guys. Looks like the market is red all around. I see all the top crypto bubbles, up they're down like 20-30%. Looks like Mr. Donald Trump's tariffs are definitely dumping the market, especially the crypto market. Looks like Bitcoin is down to like 93,000. It did wick down to like 91k, and the cryptos, the altcoins, they're the ones suffering the most. And you might be wondering, is the bull run over? Is this it? Are we going into the bear market? Well, I don't think so. I do believe this is you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Black Swan event we had on the pandemic in 2020. Here, let me pull up the Bitcoin chart to show you guys. If you were around, you probably weren't around if you're new, but if you were around in 2020, you remember how all of a sudden in March, starting February and March, we had this big old crash because of the pandemic, and everybody thought the market was going to be over. Everybody was very fearful. Everybody was scared. I mean, there were like global lockdowns going down. Everybody basically was super scared in the market. But look what happened after the big red candles. After the big crash was over. Look at this. So here's the big crash. It ended sometime in March of 2020, and where my mouse cursor is. And then from there, look at that. We just kept going up, up, up. We recovered in a V-shaped recovery, and then we basically went into the parabolic bull run after that. Look at that. Nothing but green candles. I mean, we did have some red days. I mean, nothing goes up in a straight line, but most of it was, we went parabolic, and we kept going parabolic from March 2020 until April 2021, where we had Bitcoin top off. Bitcoin went from the low of $3,000. Let's see what the low was here. The low was 3,000, around $3,000. Like 3,100, somewhere around there. And it went all the way to 69k in April, in a year, basically in a year. So I think this is what it reminds me of. I do believe this is like a big old Black Swan event, and I guess Donald Trump's starting it. Here's on the daily chart here. So we've been going down, down, down. This 3-day down rule never fails. We had 3 days down in a row. January 31st. February 1st and February 2nd. So now we're going down even more, and we're probably gonna keep going sideways now. In the low 90s for a few days. But I do think 90k is gonna hold. I'm not that bearish. This is kind of just normal. I kind of expected one last flush out by the market maker. But I didn't expect the altcoins to bleed so hard. I did expect Bitcoin, to dip below 100k. And maybe to the mid 90s. If you have been watching my videos, I did believe we were gonna go to like 95k, or the 90,000s. But I do believe 90k is gonna hold. I've been saying all along that I do believe 90k is gonna hold. We have a lot of support at 90k. We might wick below 90k. Like we did here on January 13th. Where we went to 89k, but it was just like a quick wick. We went right back up, to like in the mid 90s right away. So I do believe something like that might happen. If we do wick below 90k, it might just be a quick wick, but we'll recover like in a day or two. But I'm pretty sure all in all 90k is gonna hold. But like I was saying, I didn't expect altcoins to bleed so hard. The altcoins are getting devastated. But if it's not the time to sell, because if you sell, you only lose money if you sell. Don't sell out of your position right now if you're holding, because if you sell, then you lose money. Because then all of a sudden after you sell, the market will recover, and then you have to buy back in at higher prices. This is what crypto is all about. There's like big dips, but then there's also huge pumps. Like right now, let's look at Jasmine. Since one of the channel favorites is at the biggest retracement. We were over here, just a few days ago, around like 0.332. It did wick as high as 0.34, and now we're all the way down to 0.20. you only lose a third of your money if you sell right now. So right now is not the time to sell, because just like we went down. Like, let's see how much we went down. Let's measure it real quick. I think it's like 33%. We're over here at 0.32. We went down about 36% roughly. Right around there, 37%. But you only lose money if you sell, so that's why it's never good to sell. Not in the parabolic bull run phase. It is good to sell, if you're in the bear market. But right now, it's not a good time to sell, because just as easy as we went down, we could easily go up again. Now let's take a look at XEN. When the altcoin season hits, the true altcoin season, this is what all the coins are gonna do. See, it went from 0024. 0025, it went all the way up to 5 cents. So basically, it did a 20x. A 20x is way more than a 36% retracement. Let's measure it over here. See what the percentage is here. So from this low here of 0.25, XCN went all the way up to 5 cents. So it basically did over 1,923%. Move to the upside in 13 days. So, we've gone down, 36% on Jasmine, but right now is not the time to sell, because, just like XCN did in 13 days, we could do a 1,923% move to the upside. And I do believe this is a Black Swan event, the last final shakeout before the big pump for cryptos. It's just that time. This is what the market maker loves to do. This is exactly what I've been talking about. If you've been listening to my channel, what the market maker loves to do, it likes to, do a one last shakeout, just to get all the weekends out, scare everybody out of the market. And just right about when just the majority of people have sold out, then that's when they flip the switch, and then they'll make Bitcoin and the cryptos go parabolic to the upside. So, I do believe this is the final shakeout. Look how much the coins are bleeding. Let's go back to the top 100 cryptos. See, they're all bleeding. The biggest loser for the day, I believe I saw it was Floki. Floki was down like 33% or something like that. I can't find it right now. But look at this. We got Gala down 31.9%. But I did see a whole bunch down like about 30%. We got FET. Down 32%, Injectives down 30%, Jasmine's down 27%. So yeah, most of the coins, they're like 25% or more down. Even XLM is down 20%. Even XRP, which was holding really good above $3, even got affected by this Black Swan cost by Mr. Donald Trump. Even XRP is down 24%. Which had been holding really good, against the other coins. So this is one last shakeout. Definitely, it's not the time to sell. If you're lucky enough to have some dry powder, this is the perfect time to buy. It's like if you would be buying this dip right here, like we had in the pandemic in 2020. Let me go back to it real quick. Oh, what happened here? Let me adjust the chart here. Let me put it back here to the pandemic. So if you're lucky enough to have dry powder right now, we're basically almost down here to the bottom. And look, we just got nothing but upside left. Look at all these green candles. So if you're lucky enough to have some dry powder on the side right now, in the next couple of days, is the perfect time to buy the dip, because I do believe we're gonna go parabolic. If we were around in the markets, in the crypto market, you have to remember how everybody was super scared. Everybody thought that crypto was going to go to zero. The world was going to die. Everybody was going to die. All the lockdowns going down. So everybody thought, if the world is dying, what does crypto matter even? So everybody thought Bitcoin and cryptos were going to zero, but that didn't happen. We bounced back and we went into a massive parabolic bull run. So I think this is exactly what's going to happen here soon. This is what always happens before the big pump. One last shakeout. So definitely, this is not the time to sell. This is not financial advice, but I'm definitely not selling my cryptos. Oh wait, I see some comments. Let me see what the comments say. It says, I bought $30 more of Jasmine at 0.21. Oh, that's really good, Autumn. That's great. I mean, you're gonna see that all your Jasmine go up here soon. It is gonna recover. I mean, I do believe Jasmine, could get to at least 30 cents. But I think you could get as high as like even $1. So I mean, whatever money you got invested into Jasmine, you just gotta be patient. And it is going to recover. It always does. I mean, we have to remember we're in the parabolic bull run phase for Bitcoin and cryptos, and don't let the market maker shake you out. Let me see. There's another comment here. If it goes to 1 penny or maybe 15 cents, I'll buy a little more. Oh, I mean, if it goes to 0.1 or 0.15, not 15 cents. Oh, for sure, yeah. This is definitely the time to buy the dip. Yeah, you're definitely learning on them. This is definitely the time to buy the dip. That's why it's always good to have a little bit of dry powder on the side. Unless you bought in the bear market. If you bought 2 years ago, like I bought Jasmine like 2 years ago. Like a 0.005. So I mean, I'm still up on my investment. I am buying the dip though. I bought some other coins. Because I already own a lot of Jasmine. I own a lot of Jasmine. I bought it at 0.005. But I think Jasmine's gonna go parabolic. I think it's definitely a good investment. So good for you, Autumn. I definitely that kudos to you that you bought $30 more at 0.021. You basically caught the low. Let's see. Let's go back to the Jasmine chart here. See what the Jasmine chart is. Oh, something happened. All right. Hold on a second. Having internet problems here. Let me go to another. Let's go over here. Let me pull up the Jasmine chart again. See what the low was. Okay, Jasmine, Coinbase. But you pretty much caught the low. Yep, 0.21. It's at 0.21 right now. The exact low was 0.20. But look, see, it was like a quick wick. Sometimes when those little wicks, it's really hard to catch. Because, I mean, they only wick down there for a few minutes. But, I mean, the difference from 0.20 to 0.21, I mean, that's nothing. So you basically caught that low at 0.21. So kudos to you, Autumn. That's awesome that you got to buy some more Jasmine. Again, remember, I keep referring back to XCN just in case you guys are feeling bearish or, you're seeing your portfolio go down. What's wrong with TradingView? Okay, well, I got it back now. Okay, in case you're feeling bearish and you're seeing your portfolio go down, I just keep going back here to XCN. I mean, look how XCN, it was, at 0.025 and under for a long time. And in 13 days, it went from 0.025 to 5 cents. So it did a 20x in 13 days. So this is what's going to happen to most of the altcoins, especially the strong altcoins like Jasmine. It's going to go parabolic. So, some of the altcoins like Jasmine, just like XCN, they're going to do like 20x's like in 2 weeks. So I do believe by mid-February to late February, we are going to be in the true altcoin season. It's just a matter of time because it's that time. The 4-year cycle for Bitcoin and cryptos has never failed, and this cycle is playing out just the same. This last shakeout that we're going through right now happened last cycle too. So I mean, this is nothing new. This is what the market maker loves to do. It likes to scare people. It likes to play with people's emotions. If you want to be a long-term investor in crypto, you basically got to leave your emotions on the side and just learn to read the charts and and learn to buy the red. You want to buy when everybody's fearful, just like Mr. Warren Buffett says. You got to be greedy when everybody's fearful, and you got to be fearful when everybody's greedy. Right now, when everybody's fearful, it's the time to be greedy. Right now it's the time to buy. People who bought the pandemic dip in March 2020, when everybody was fearful, the people that were greedy then and bought all those dips on the cryptos, I mean, they basically made a lot of money. A lot of people became millionaires in that time because they bought that big dip. Because they have a lot of money. But if you don't have that much money, you got to start somewhere. with any little bit that you invest, you're definitely gonna make money if you're buying right now in the when everybody's fearful, because the cryptos are gonna go up, and you are gonna make some money. So yeah, I'm just reminding everybody, reminding you guys of XCN, how it did a 20x move, in 13 days, and that's what your favorite cryptos are gonna do here. As soon as we get over this Trump tariff black swan. And I do believe, by the end of February, we'll be in true altcoin season. Now let's go into this article here. In case you guys don't know what's going on, basically, I covered yesterday. We saw my video how Trump is basically, putting tariffs on the neighbors, Canada and Mexico. He's putting like 25% tariffs. But now Mexico and Canada are retaliating. They're putting their own tariffs. Like Canada is also putting 25% tariffs on USA imports, and I do believe Mexico is doing something similar. But I want to read this article to you guys to explain kind of what's going on, because this is an article from today. Just kind of follows from yesterday's article. It says, President Donald Trump says Sunday that Americans could feel some pain. So that's today. He basically saying that we got to feel some pain from the emerging trade war triggered by his tariffs against Canada, Mexico, and China, and claimed that Canada would cease to exist without its trade surplus with the United States. So I think this exact quote is what made the market collapse. This is what made the black swan here for cryptos, why they're crashing so hard, because he says that the Americans could feel some pain, and we're definitely feeling it. The trade penalties that Trump signed Saturday at his Florida resort caused a mix of panic, anger, and uncertainty, and threatened to rupture a decades-old partnership on trade in North America while furthering straining relationships with China. Trump on Sunday night returned from Florida and threatened to impose steeper tariffs elsewhere, telling reporters that the import taxes will definitely happen, with the European Union, possibly with the United Kingdom as well. Man, so he's going to put tariffs on the whole world, I guess. He brushed aside retaliatory measures from Canada, saying, if they want to play the game, I don't mind. We can play the game all they want. Trump said he plans to speak with his Canadian and Mexican counterparts on Monday. So that would be tomorrow. So we're going to see what happens tomorrow. If things go south, we might still see a little more red, but maybe things get cleared up. Maybe they negotiate. All three countries, Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. Maybe they negotiate, and maybe they could stop all this tariff stuff going on. So maybe the market will recover quicker than we think. But there is a chance that things don't go well, and we might still be in the red here a few more days. By following through on his tariffs campaign pledge, Trump may also have simultaneously broken his promise to voters in the last year's elections that his administration could quickly reduce inflation. That means that the same frustration he is facing from other nations might also spread domestically to consumers and businesses. Will there be some pain? They asked. Yes, and maybe not, Trump said in social media posts. But we will make America great again, and it will all be worth the price that must be paid. I guess we're paying the price. We're paying the price on our crypto portfolios, Mr. Trump. Come on, Mr. Trump. Get the tariffs negotiated so the crypto rally continues. His administration has not said what specific improvements would need to be seen in stopping illegal immigration and the smuggling of fentanyl to merit the removal of the tariffs that Trump imposed under the legal justification of an economic emergency. But Trump, speaking to the reporters after Air Force One landed, said that the trade imbalances with Canada and Mexico would also need to be raised as a condition for lifting tariffs. The president also tried to clarify his post about the possible inflation, saying Sunday, we may have in the short term a little pain, and people understand that. I don't understand that, Mr. Trump. But long term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country in the world. So I guess he's saying that, everybody's ripping off the United States, so that's why he's putting tariffs on the whole world. The tariffs are set to launch Tuesday and triggered confusion as Canada-U.S. Ambassador Kristen Hillman told ABC News that her country was perplexed by the move because we view ourselves as your neighbor, your closest friend, your ally. In his Truth Social post, Trump took particular aim at Canada, which responded with retaliatory measures. Trump is placing a 25% tariff on Canadian foods with a 10% tax on oil, natural gas, and electricity. Canada is also imposing a 25% tariffs, more than 155 billion Canadian dollars on U.S. products, including alcohol and fruit. Despite Trump's assertions that the U.S. does not need Canada, 1/4 of oil that America consumes per day is from its ally to the north. He reiterated his false claim that America subsidizes Canada by running a trade imbalance, a reflection in part of Canada exporting energy to the U.S. So yeah, I don't know. I guess is that true? I mean, if Canada sends 1/4 of the oil that America uses per day, that's not going to be good on the gas prices. Expect the gas prices to go up. Trump contended that without the surplus, Canada ceases to exist as a viable country. Harsh but true. Therefore, Canada should become our cherished 51st state. Man, that's one big ass state. If Canada became part of the U.S., I mean, the USA would be massive. But I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, Canada's pretty big. I don't think they're going to give in that easy. Much lower taxes and far better military protection for people of Canada and no tariffs. Maybe that's what Mr. Trump is after. Maybe he's after Canada. Maybe he's after the whole Canada country. That's why he's putting up tariffs. Maybe he wants Canada to join the USA. He wants Canada to be the 51st state. Well, that would be good for us. I mean, I live in the USA. If Canada became part of the USA, I mean, that would be good for the USA. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is encouraging Canadians to buy more Canadian goods and says Trump moves will only cause pain across North America. More than 75% of Canada's exporting go to the U.S. Canada will first target alcohol, cosmetics, and paper products. A second round later will include passenger vehicles, trucks, steel and aluminum products, certain fruits and vegetables, beef, pork, and dairy products, and more. Canada is the largest export market for 36 states, and Mexico is the largest trading partners of the USA. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum also announced new tariffs and suggested the U.S. should do more within its own borders to address drug addiction. She and Trudeau spoke after Trump's announcement and agreed to enhance the strong bilateral relationships between Canada and Mexico, according to the Prime Minister's office. Oh, so it looks like Canada and Mexico might be ganging up on the USA. Here's the last part right here. The Chinese government said it would take steps to defend its economic interests and intends to file a lawsuit with the World Trade Organization. For Trump, the open question is whether inflation could be a political pressure point that would cause him to back down. As a candidate, Trump repeatedly hammered Democrats over the inflation under President Joe Biden that resulted from supply chain issues during the coronavirus pandemic. The Biden administration's own spending to spur the recovery in Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Trump said his previous 4 years as president had low inflation, so the public should expect the same if he came back to the White House. But he also said specifically that higher inflation would stagger the U.S. as a nation, a position from which the now appears to be retreating with the promise of even more tariffs to come. So yeah, I just wanted to read you guys that in case you guys don't know what's going on. But that's basically what's going on. Mr. Trump is causing havoc in the world, in the markets with his tariffs. He's putting tariffs on Mexico, Canada, China. He plans to put tariffs on the United Kingdom, in Europe. So he's going all out. I think he wants to make the United States a tariff country again. I believe, way back in the days, I'm not sure the years, but like sometime before like 1950, I do believe before there was an income tax, before, we all had to pay income tax. The United States made this money by tariffs. So he might be going back to the old way. The USA used to run things. So he might be using tariffs to make money. But either way, that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is crypto, and let's get back to crypto. I just wanted to share that news with you guys in case you guys don't know what's going on. So that's the narrative. That's the narrative of why the crypto market is down. Why we're seeing all these massive losses. But again, it's not a loss unless you sell. This is not the time to sell. I mean, unless you sold the top, like about a month ago, it's too late to sell now. Because if you sell now, maybe in a couple of days, the market won't go in much lower. We'll probably be right back where we were. Maybe in a few days from now, let's go back to Jasmine. Use that as an example. Let's go back to Jasmine. Right now, Jasmine is 0.21. If you sell right now, your Jasmine, and you think it might go down, to a penny, right now it's the time to sell, because it might not go to a penny, and maybe in a few days we'll be back above 3 cents. Like Autumn is doing a good thing. She's dollar cost averaging. She's DCAing into her Jasmine. She bought some Jasmine at 0.21. And she said she's going to buy more Jasmine if it gets to a penny and a half or a penny. So that's really good. That's a good strategy. Just keep DCAing. Nobody really knows, what the market maker's next move is. So all we could do is DCA. But what we do know is that the market is going to go up again because we're in the, last year, the bull run. We're in the parabolic bull run phase. So, we're in the banana zone where everything goes up in general. We do have red days and we do have corrections. But Jasmine will recover, and I do believe it could get to at least 30 cents and maybe even as high as $1. Oh, I see another comment here by Autumn. Let me see what Autumn is saying here. Let me read it real quick. Hold on one second. It says, "It's not true. The last time Trump was in office, we were 100% producing all of our own oil and gas diesel fuel, and we sold to everyone else. We have more oil than all of them." Well, that's pretty good news. It's good to hear that we have more oil than all of them. Yeah, I was just reading the article, Autumn. I mean, I am not political at all. I'm not towards Democrats or towards Republicans. I mean, I think everybody's free to choose, but I am not political at all. All I care about is crypto. I was just sharing the news. What the narrative is, why crypto is down. But that's good to hear that that we have more oil than everybody else. I mean, the USA is a big country, and they haven't really tapped in. They haven't been drilling that much. So, you're probably right. We do have a lot of oil, underneath. And there's not that much drilling around for oil. So, maybe that's the next step. I do remember on the Trump rallies, he was always talking about that he wants to drill, baby, drill. So maybe that's the next step. Maybe he's going to drill. So maybe Trump's just, he's got his plan, and he's going to stick to it. And he's the president, and I guess he's going to do it. Another comment here by Autumn. "We provided all of our own fuel and sold off our extra for profits. I think it's going to be a few weeks before we get back to that." It says we provided all our own fuel and sold off our extra for profits. I think it's going to be a few weeks before we get back to that. Yeah, that's pretty good. We definitely if we were able to provide our own fuel and and then sell the rest for profits, kind of like the Arab countries are doing. Those Arab countries, they're like millionaires and billionaires over there. Those oil producers, because they have so much oil over there too. But if what you're saying is true, that we have more oil than the Arabs, that's great. I can't wait for the USA to prosper. The more the USA prospers, the better for us. Another comment here. "Good times ahead with crypto too. Great for us." Yeah, no, now that's something I do know about, and I do believe there are definitely good times ahead for crypto. Again, I do believe this is the last shakeout before the big pump. Don't get shaken out. Don't let the market maker fool you. If you're brand new to crypto, you're barely getting into the game. I know you're probably scared to death. I mean, when I first got in it too, a few years ago, over 4 years ago when I got in it, and I saw the bear market, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Saw my portfolio go down, but that teaches you a lesson. You learn, and I have learned a lot, in the last 4 years, and now, I learned to buy in all my cryptos, at the bear market low, and I plan to sell them, as close to the top as I can. But the top is not in yet. I do believe the Bitcoin top's going to come in September 2025, give or take a month. And I do see the price range for Bitcoin topping off somewhere around 180K between 180K and 250K. And I did buy Jasmine close to the bottom too. I bought Jasmine at 0.005. The bear market low was 0.028, so that's not too bad. Just a 100% move above it. So that's pretty good. And I plan to sell Jasmine. I'm gonna take some profits around like 50 cents because I really do think it could get to 50 cents. Some people are saying it could only get to 30 cents, but I'm gonna risk it. I do believe it could get to 50 cents. I'm gonna take some of my profits at 50 cents, and I'm gonna save some of my other coins, some of my other Jasmine coins for $1 or close to $1, like around 90 cents. Because I do think it could get close to $1. It might not be able to break $1 because $1 is a psychological number. Just like Bitcoin, had a hard time breaking 100K. Jasmine might have a hard time, breaking $1. But I do believe you get to at least above 90 cents. So that's my plan. I plan to sell about half my coins around 50 cents, and my other half around 90 cents or higher. Oh, there's another comment here. Oh no. It's the same comment. It says, good times ahead with crypto too. Great for us. Yep, I agree with you there, Autumn. Good times ahead. So yeah, let's learn from Autumn. Let's be very optimistic like Autumn is. Good times are ahead for crypto. This is the last shakeout before the big pump. And if you're lucky enough to have some dry powder, this is the time to buy. So don't miss out. Buy your favorite coins. They're all on fire sale right now. I mean, basically any coin you buy right now, you're definitely going to make money on right now. But try to pick some strong ones. Like Jasmine is definitely one of the stronger ones. You can't go wrong with Jasmine. I mean, it's known as the Bitcoin of Japan. It's got a lot of narratives going for it. It has an Internet of Things narrative. It has a Web3 gaming narrative. It has a DePIN narrative. It has a robotics narrative. It has a medical narrative. I mean, it's doing everything. And it's basically going to be a very successful crypto because the Jasmine team is being run by ex-Sony executives. I believe it has like 4 ex-Sony executives running it. The president, the CEO, and then 2 other ones that are in high up in rank too. And these ex-Sony executives, I mean, they make the Sony brand a household name. Everybody knows about the Sony PlayStation and the Sony electronics, and I do believe they're going to do the same thing with Jasmine. At the top of the bull run, when Jasmine, is close to $1, or around like 90 cents, everybody's gonna be FOMOing into Jasmine. Everybody's gonna know about Jasmine because on the big gains they have from the bear market low to the high. So I do believe Jasmine is gonna be a household name, and I do believe Jasmine has a lot of utility. So it's definitely it's not like a meme coin. It's not gonna die off. I do believe every bull run is gonna keep going higher, higher, and higher. So Jasmine is definitely a good long-term investment. It's a good short-term investment and a good long-term investment as well. So yeah, pick your crypto right now. I mean, whatever your favorite crypto is. I mean, whether it's XRP, XLM, Avalanche, COQ, Jasmine, Crow and Knife, XCN, they're all going to run hard. Whoa, look at that. COQ is down 38.9%. Look at that. What an amazing price. 605. COQ is down to $35 million market cap. That was a good call that you did. I remember a couple of days ago, you said that you sold your COQ Autumn. So that was a good call, and you bought some Jasmine because Jasmine is gonna run up higher than that. So definitely a good call on doing that, Autumn. But even if you're a COQ fan like I am too, I mean, COQ is gonna run too. It's just a matter of time. If you have been listening to my channels, you know that the Avalanche blockchain and the Kronos blockchain, they're going to be late bloomers. I do believe Jasmine is going to bloom before Avalanche and Kronos blockchain. So that means that Jasmine will probably, go parabolic before COQ and Crow with Knife, because the COQ is the #1 meme coin on the Avalanche blockchain, and the Crow with Knife is the #1 meme coin on the Kronos blockchain. COQ and Crow with Knife, they'll probably be late bloomers, and they'll probably top off with Bitcoin sometime in September 2025. And Jasmine, I think it's going to run way sooner. I do think it's going to run later in the year too, but it might top off somewhere like in June, July, because it's been running longer. Jasmine started going up in price since like last year. Ever since October 2023, Jasmine's starting to go up. But the CUQ and the Crow with Knife, Avalanche, and the CRO token, I mean, they've been basically suppressed. Everybody's all the people who own those coins, I know they're getting frustrated, but they will have their time in the sun. They're gonna be late bloomers. You just gotta know the cycle. Historically, Avalanche and the Kronos blockchain, are late bloomers, because in 2021 they did the same thing. They didn't bloom until late in the cycle, and and they topped off with Bitcoin in 2021. So stay bullish on all your favorite cryptos, as long as there's nothing fundamentally wrong. They should moon. So I mean, you just gotta have faith in your crypto, and just be patient. Remember that the transfer of wealth in crypto is from the impatient to the patient. That's Mr. Warren Buffett's quote, except I changed the word stock market to crypto market. So Mr. Warren Buffett's quote is, the transfer of wealth is from the impatient to the patient. So you gotta be patient. You gotta just know when to sell. I mean, like, I've been patient. Like, I bought most of my coins in the bear market low. Like, I bought Avalanche at $9 in October 2023. I bought Doge in June 2022. So I've been waiting a lot on Doge too. That's when it hit its bear market low of 5 cents. I bought Jasmine in in January of 2024. So I've been waiting over a year. I bought XRP a long time ago too, over 2 years ago, underneath 50 cents. I bought XLM in 2023 at 9 cents. So I've been waiting a long time too. I'm being patient though, because I know you gotta buy the market low, and and sell as closest to the top of the bull run. And I do believe this is the last shakeout. Again, let me go back to this chart. I'm kind of comparing this kind of like a black swan, just like the black swan we had in 2020. In case you're late, this black swan of the Trump tariffs kind of reminds me of the pandemic black swan we had in March 2020, when we had these big red candles. But look, after the black swan was finally over, after March like March 10, 2020, look, we just went parabolic, nothing but up. I mean, of course, we had some red days and and some sideways days, but mostly, look at that, we just went parabolic, all the way up to the first peak we had in April 2021 at 65K for Bitcoin. So this is what kind of reminds me of. I do believe these Trump tariffs, this Trump tariff black swan is kind of like the pandemic black swan we had in 2020. Let's see what the Bitcoin daily chart looks like. We're at 93.9. We did dip as low as 91,178 today. But we did close February 2nd trading day. We ended up closing at 97,676. So it's not even a bad close. And this trading day of February 3rd that we're in right now, where we dipped as low as 91,178, it might not even end up that bad. I mean, if we manage to close above like 97K, because the February 2nd trading day we closed at 97,676. If we managed to close above like 97K, it wouldn't be that bad. And we still got like a long time. We still got like 18 hours left for the day to close. So I mean, we're already at 94K. We might already be bouncing back. Maybe this that was it. Maybe it was just quick dip to 91K, and and the red is over, we might bounce back, or we might continue another couple more days, because I do believe the tariffs don't go live till Tuesday, and the stock market opens tomorrow, and the stock market was closed the weekend, so maybe the stock market will sell off tomorrow, and maybe it'll affect Bitcoin and cryptos, and we'll probably be in this price range here, in the low 90s for a couple days, and then once this tariff thing finally blows over, whether it gets settled or it just blows over, then we'll start going parabolic. So I do believe this is the last shakeout before the big pump. So definitely don't get shaken out. I'm not getting shaken out. I'm definitely not selling my crypto. I don't think the bull run is over. If you hear any FUD out there, if there's a lot of bears saying that the bull run is over, that's it. The bear market is in. That Mr. Trump just killed the bull run. Don't listen to that FUD out there. Nobody could kill the bull run. Not even the pandemic in 2020 killed the bull run, and that's when everybody was super scared. Everybody thought that the whole world was gonna die. I remember people were saying that 50% of the population were gonna die. Why does crypto even matter if everybody's gonna die? Not even the pandemic killed Bitcoin and crypto. After that blew over, after a few weeks, it went parabolic. It went from like $3,100 to like $69,000. So I mean, don't let the market maker fool you. There's nothing new under the sun. I mean, it's just part of the game. This is what the market maker does. It plays with people's emotions. So definitely don't let them fool you. Nothing has ever killed the 4-year cycle. Not the pandemic, not the wars, not the inflation, not recession. Ever since Bitcoin got created in January 3rd, 2009, there has been wars, there has been recession, there has been inflations, there has been pandemics. You name it, there's been, everything, and they still didn't kill Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has been making higher prices every cycle. It started off, I wish I would have bought Bitcoin under a penny. In 2009 when it came out, it was under a penny. It was like free. I remember, you could get it for free. I didn't really know about it back then, but I've heard stories where people just got it for free. So there you go. I mean, Bitcoin just kept going up in price, and now it's, at 93K. And I do believe it's going to go higher. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to make this video so you guys don't get scared. I definitely think, the big pump is coming right around the corner. I do believe this is just one last final shakeout. Okay, well, I'm not going to go over the charts today, because, they're basically, they're all red, I'll just show them to you real quick, They're all red, Look at that. Look at XRP, just red. It's at 223. They're all just red. There's no rhyme or reason to it right now. I'm just calling it the Trump tariffs Black Swan. Can't really do TA on the Black Swan. It's just, everything is just red. All the charts look the same. They're all just, big red candles to the downside. Look at that. All the charts look the same. I do want to go over, before I go, the Bitcoin dominance and the DXY, just to kind of, if you're new, so you kind of see how there's, inverse relationship with Bitcoin and, with the Bitcoin dominance and the cryptos. Look at this. You see how the cryptos are tanking? All the cryptos are dumping. That's because the Bitcoin dominance went up. Look at that. Look at that. We were down here. We thought the Bitcoin dominance was going to collapse. But look, it shot right back up to 62.25, and they got as high as 64% earlier today. So now we're at 62%. So is this going to keep kind of just going sideways at these high prices, or are we going to start collapsing soon? Remember, in order to get to the true altcoin season, we need the Bitcoin dominance to get below 55%. So it's like we did here for a little bit on December 3rd. I don't know if you can see it here. Here on December 3rd, we got below 55% for a few days, for like about a week, and that's when all the altcoins went parabolic. So we need the Bitcoin dominance to get below 55% for the true altcoin season to start. But right now, we're at 62.26%, and we just need, we gotta wait it out, I guess. I mean, Bitcoin dominance went back up, and hopefully this is the peak, and we just need the Bitcoin dominance to go down again. And let me just show you the DXY before I go, just to show you how the Bitcoin price, has an inverse relationship with the DXY. The DXY, in case you don't know, is the dollar index. The higher the DXY, the lower the Bitcoin price, the more Bitcoin gets suppressed. And the lower the DXY, the higher the Bitcoin price goes. That's why Bitcoin went down, because the DXY shot up. When Bitcoin goes down, DXY goes up. Remember here just a few days ago when Bitcoin was over $100,000, like $105,000, the DXY got as low as 106.96. But now since Bitcoin went down to the low 90s, it shot back up. It's right back at 109.62. So I just want to show you guys that the DXY and the Bitcoin price have an inverse relationship. The higher the DXY goes, the lower the Bitcoin price goes, and the more it gets suppressed. And vice versa, the lower the DXY goes, the higher Bitcoin price goes up. So we need the DXY to collapse again. I do believe it's probably going to peak out here around 110, just like it did here on January 13, and then it'll start collapsing again. But once it starts collapsing again, we need to collapse all the way down. We need it to go down, all the way to 100, in order for Bitcoin to skyrocket and the true altcoin season to hit in. So it's just like a little delay. Mr. Donald Trump and his Trump tariff black swan, that's what I'm calling it. He's just doing one last shakeout before the big pump. He's making us wait longer. But sometimes good things come to those who wait. You gotta be patient. Remember, the transfer of wealth in the crypto market is from the impatient to the patient. So there you go. But that's pretty much it. I just want to give you guys some hopium. Don't get bearish. This is not the time to be bearish. This is not the time to sell out. Don't be fooled by the market maker. Don't make the market maker sell. Don't let the market maker shake you out and make you sell out of your position. I do believe this is the final shakeout before the big pump to the upside. So there you go. Well, I hope that helped you guys out. Remember, stay bullish. It's not the time to be bearish. We're in the parabolic bull run phase for Bitcoin and crypto, and I do believe this is the last shakeout before the big parabolic run to the upside. Well, get ready. I do believe the true altcoin season will definitely be in effect by late February, and we'll all be making some money. And again, if you're lucky enough to have some dry powder on the side, this is probably the best time to buy the dip before we go parabolic. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is not financial advice. It's just my opinion and my insights. Do not buy or sell any coin because I say so or because anybody says so. Learn to do your own research and only invest in the markets where you're willing to lose. Well, hope that helped you guys out. Stay bullish in the market. Hopefully this Trump tariff black swan doesn't last too long. And hopefully we'll go parabolic here soon. This Top Crypto Bull signing off. And I'll see you in the next one.